Okay, Frogger, nice. He says, "Hey guys, as a starting SEO agency, what's the quickest, cheapest thing we can implement to start getting our pipeline of leads, making sales calls aside from ranking location pages? We can implement to start getting our pipeline of leads, making sales call aside from." So I'm not sure I understand that question. The first way I interpret it would be what's the quickest way you can start getting leads for your agency? I think that's what you're asking. And I found I'm working on a very specific strategy. I can't reveal it 100% here, but I'm using High Level, which is the agency platform, agency dashboard, essentially does a whole bunch of automations and things like that. It's amazing. Go to semanticmastery.com/high level. If you want to see, you get a 14-day free trial. You're probably already aware of it. If you're not, go check it out. It's a 14-day free trial. And if all you're doing is using High Level for your own agency for prospecting, you can do that with one seat. So it's $97 a month, right? And you set up your agency in there, and then you can use that for prospecting. And I've been using that for prospecting now since about September of last year. And it works really, really well. At first, I was doing it just to find lead buyers for my own lead gen assets. But now, just on Monday of this week, I just started for my new agency. I just launched a new agency. And I've started using, I'm using High Level for prospecting for that with a very specific method, but it's working incredibly well already. So I'm going to be talking about that in the mastermind, but not outside of the mastermind, at least not yet. But High Level is a great way to automate that kind of outreach and things, because what I'm doing is cold email outreach as well as voicemail, voicemail drops. And that's what I'm doing to start with. However, I know there's, depending on which industry you're targeting, unless you're just a general marketing agency, which means you'll work with any industry. LinkedIn can also be a really good source. I've not been real successful at getting leads from LinkedIn because I never stuck with it that long to really get good at it. But I know that LinkedIn can be a really good source. And there's a lot of really good automation tools that weren't around when I used to attempt a lot more LinkedIn stuff. So that is on my schedule to start doing probably within the next 2 weeks in fact, I'm going on a webinar on Friday for there's an AppSumo deal right now for a LinkedIn tool. And they've got a webinar on Friday. It's like $50 for a lifetime account for this AppSumo deal for this LinkedIn prospecting tool. So I'm going to go check out the webinar on Friday so I can see if it's something that I want to use, but I'll probably be doing that as well. So that would be mine. My suggestions would be, cold email still works, guys, if you do it right. Voicemail drops, you got to be careful. There are certain states and things like that. There are certain laws now that you have to be careful with. Direct mail works. The hard part with direct mail, though, is getting, at least in the industry that I worked in with tree contractors, is a lot of times when I send direct mail, because I do that, I get a lot of it returned. So it means that the physical address that was associated with the company was incorrect. So you got to be careful with that. If you're going to do direct mail, make sure it's a current list that has some sort of filtering or cleaning capability. But those three things are the ones that I feel like are the best that I have personal experience with. And like I said, LinkedIn is going to be next on my list. Anybody else?
Yep.
Looks like we lost Marco too, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. What can we implement to start getting our pipeline of leads, making sales calls aside from ranking location pages? Yeah, so I'm not sure if I didn't interpret that question correctly, then please restate it below with a little bit more clarity, and I'll try to get back to it.